Hey local businesses, did you know that underwriting could get you noticed and recognized from people all throughout the Buffalo area for only a fraction of the cost of what you would pay for commercial radio airtime? 91.3 FM WBNY has been an integral part of the Buffalo community since 1982. Did you know that we're a non-for-profit student-run organization? For us to maintain our daily operations, WBNY counts on the student activity fee here at Buffalo State, as well as contributions from you, the local businesses. For more information, contact the WBNY underwriter at 716-878-3080 or WBNYUWD@gmail.com.
91.3 FM WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative. Brought to you by the Student Activity Fee here at Buffalo State College. This is All Talk Monday, WBNY's public affairs programming that airs Monday mornings till midnight. The views expressed in all the various All Talk Monday shows are not necessarily those of WBNY, the United Students Government at Buffalo State, or Buffalo State itself. Due to the opinionated nature of these programs, listener discretion is highly advised. If you have any questions or comments about All Talk Monday, you can direct them to WBNY's All Talk Monday, 1300 Elmwood Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14222. For more information, check out our website at wbny.buffalostate.edu. Or you may give us a call at the station at 716-878-5104 and take part in all the various All Talk Monday shows.
Hey, listen, 91.3 WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State College Student Activity Fee. And this is January Suzapalooza.
Yeah, we're here. Woo! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
We've made it. Did you have a nice Christmas?
I did have a nice Christmas. A lot of the family got together, and it was just nice.
That's awesome. Me too. My daughter and her BFF came home from Southern Illinois, and they're still here. And it's nice because I've got 3 kids, and with one, out of state, it wasn't complete.
Yeah.
So they came home and they made it complete. And, being that this is the first Christmas, I don't have my dad because he just passed away in August. So it was really nice, and it was nice. It's just really nice. So it was hard to get the station in at home. I said, if you can get it in, you can hear me. And she didn't want me to embarrass her. I love you, Jackie. You too, Garrett. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
No, I normally do, but then I don't ever follow through. I'm usually that, gym person.
Yeah. I gave up making resolutions. I decided, it's better to just live every day and do the best that you can instead of trying to reach for something that may be unattainable. And then you feel bad like a failure when things, when you don't hit that mark.
I know, there's nothing I want to change. I'm doing good, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
That's awesome. Good answer. Yay! So, now next month in February, our time slot is sliding back just a bit. So we're going to be on from 1 till 2:30.
Yep.
Okay.
We're swapping with Mike on the mic.
The people that were just on.
Yep.
I heard him talk about curling up the TV. That was pretty cool. Okay, so we'll be on from 1 to 2:30. So you guys can tune in during your lunch if you're an office person or whatever. And it's nice because you can always stream it live. So you don't have to be local to the BLO, although it sure is awesome if you are local. We do finally have snow.
We do.
New Year's Day, we got hit. I got about 8 to 10 inches at my house.
I've gotten barely anything. I can still see the grass.
Oh, that's nice. And it's darn cold out today, too. This morning, the wind chill was minus 4.
It's really cold out.
Yeah. But we're Buffalonians, and we've had a beautiful season up to now, so we can suck it up. All right. I'm not going to the NAMM show this year, and I'm really, really bummed out. The National Association of Music Merchants, it's a huge, the biggest trade show in the music industry, and it's held in Anaheim, California. I've gone for the last 3 years, and things just didn't sync up for me, so I'm not going this month, and now I got approvals again. Yeah, your credentials were approved, and I'm crying inside because I know I'm not going, but I'll be back next year. I'm bummed about it. My good camera broke. I sent it in, and they said that they wanted $200 to fix it without telling me what's wrong. And they said, well, we didn't look at it yet.
What?
Yeah, so I wasn't too happy about that. And so I'm just going to let them send it back to me, and I'll take it to somewhere local, which is what I should have done in the first place. But I thought it might have been under a warranty or a recall or something. So it just didn't line up. Oh, well, what are you going to do? So today's show, we have Rick, who is going to talk to us about a super spectacular event that's coming up in a few weeks. We have Richie Durwald, who is a producer, singer, writer, actor, and all-around amazing person. And our musical guest is the band Twin Lions, and we have a couple of guys from the band who's going to be in to share their story and play some of their music. So let's get started. We have Rick in studio right now. Thanks for joining me.
Hey now.
You can pull that right up to yourself.
Check, check.
There we are. Now it's official. You've
All
been
right.
air checked.
All right.
All right, so you have this incredible event that you've been putting on. This is the 9th one in a row. Why don't you tell us what this is? What is this event?
Well, what this is called is the International Rabbit Derby. And it's kind of funny how it started. The history of this was when a friend of mine, Frank Privateer, had passed away some 9 years ago. A bunch of us who used to hunt and fish together, we decided to have a little wild game dinner and bring the family together. And it turned out to be an overwhelming attendance. So we decided to do it another year. And at that year, I put a couple baskets together. Mm-hmm. And people were coming from like all over Lackawanna to bid on these baskets. So the third year, I decided that I was going to have a basket raffle, and we were going to do something for the neighborhood. So that first year, we decided to support the DARE program in the city of Lackawanna and help buy the bicycles for the kids that were graduating.
Oh, that's awesome. The DARE program, the DARE?
Yes,
a
yes.
DARE to against
Officer
drug
Z.
something.
Yes.
My kid took that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good program.
So, and sadly, because of taxes, it no longer exists. But it was a great program.
Really?
Yeah, they stopped it.
Oh my God! Wow.
So let's start a petition, folks. But anyway, we had about 100 people show up for this.
Wow.
And it was at that point that I said, I got a kind of a captive audience, and the same people were coming year in and year out and bringing more and more friends. So we decided that that would be a great place to maybe make this a charitable dinner, party. And we started helping one family at a time. The first family that we helped was a boy by the name of Michael Strands from Orchard Park who was fighting leukemia. Mm-hmm. And we had such a big turnout. The following year, we had so much of a big turnout, I decided to help two families, and it was the Frost family and the Benedike family. We've helped Kaylee's Kindness Foundation, so many things, and now there's like 500 people that come to this.
Holy moly.
We raised $10,000 in 4 hours last year.
Woo!
So this year, I'm expecting big things. And so many of the local businesses from the South Towns have jumped on this. Blaisdell Nursery has been there year in and year out. Frank Giacobbe from Aurora Capital writes a huge check each year for the event. Town Ford, Salt Park Yard Equipment. This year, we have Camp Road Animal Clinic. They're coming this year, and they're giving out certificates for new customers, $10 off certificates for office visits for your cats and dog needs.
Oh, wow.
So it's just so many things. Now, this year, because I'm predicting a huge turnout, I've decided to split up the benefits of this to 4 different benefactors. Mm-hmm. The first one, and this is why I got a hold of you, Sue, because you are the guru of domestic violence in the area. I want to thank you for doing all the things that you do. Mm-hmm. The way you give back to the community and the people you help, thumbs up.
Thank you. Yay,
so,
me.
Over this past summer, there was a family in Bethlehem Park in Lackawanna where the Mulberry Cafe is, of course, mm-hmm. and they lost their mother to a horrific, violent act of domestic violence where she lost her life. She left behind 2 children, Chase and Macy. They are 2 years old and 6 months old. Now their grandparents are raising these children. So their uncle, who works at Town Ford, Joe Caligieri, has always supported our derby. He's always came with a nice check from the good folks at town. And this was his niece. that
Oh,
he
my
lost.
goodness.
So this one kind of struck home because we were going to be helping one of our own. And we decided to pick Chase and Macy and their family to give some of the benefits to, because when you're 50 years old and all of a sudden you have two toddlers at that age again, there's so many things I'm sure that you need that you don't have, you know, on top of mourning the loss of your daughter.
Right.
So we decided to go with them, and that's why I wanted you to get involved, because there was just Domestic Violence Awareness Month recently.
Every October.
And, you know, if we can get 500 people to come through the door, and maybe with this awareness, we can help one person from that fate, it's a success. The other one was Comforting Hugs Foundation.
I love hugs.
Yes, which is out of Orchard Park, New York. They help so many families with sick children, whether they're cancer, whether it's you name it, they're there for these children. They put on so many events. They go to Children's Hospital. They do teddy bear drives, all kinds of great stuff. So we decided to give them a nice chunk. Also in Batavia, there is now a Western New York homeless women's veterans, like a halfway house for our women veteran that are coming back that, you know, need to readjust and get their lives back together. And I think this is an awesome thing that, you know, we're doing, taking care of those who take care of us. And last but not least, a very, very close family friend and member, Ray Miller, passed away from ALS a few years ago. ALS, for those of you that don't know, is also considered or called Lou Gehrig's disease. It's a muscle disease, and we never knew even what it was before, you know, Ray came down with this. So his goal was he didn't want to ever see anybody else suffer this horrific disease as he did. So he wanted us to keep going in his name after he passed to help find a cure for this. So we do a nice donation to the MDA for local ALS families and research. So I'm expecting big, big things. At the event, we were probably going to have somewhere between 200 and 300 baskets.
Oh, my goodness.
For the Chinese auction, which is everything from sports memorabilia to Bed Bath & Beyond, booze baskets. Really, really cool. We have a open cash bar, and that will benefit the vets over at the Thomas Tian American Legion Post. We have an Italian deluxe dinner for $8 a ticket that night, which is Mineo and Sapio sausage.
Ooh, yum.
My homemade rigatoni, which,
Ooh.
if I tell you the secret sauce, I have to kill you. And we
Anti-violence.
and we have a smile-long dessert table. This year, on top of the raffles and the 50-50 splits, of course, we're also giving away a Lake Erie fishing charter or 4-hour pleasure cruise for 4 people by Big V Charters, Vinny Costello out from Boston Hills. Great guy. We have music by Half a Herd. Now, Half a Herd is half of Herd of Buffalo, which is Mike Skowronski. They play at like the Armor Tap Room, Moonshiners. Great guys. They have graciously volunteered 2 hours of time that night. So they're going to start about 8:30, and we turn this into a big party. We have people there from 6 months old to 90 years old. Everybody seems to have a good time, and I tell everybody, this is the only place in Lackawanna where you could put a Republican, a Democrat, a millionaire, and a homeless person in the same room, and they all get along. It's pretty outstanding. And then I just found out last night that we're going to have a couple special guests.
Ooh, are they secret special guests?
Well, no. They're called the Huggins. It's a little gang there from the South Towns, but you might know them as the Cookie Monster, Elmo, and Dora the Explorer, which I told you, she's a little sketchy, but I'll keep my eye on her.
Backpack. What's in the backpack?
Yeah, I don't know what's in that backpack, especially nowadays.
Sure makes her
you know,
happy, though.
Nowadays, we might have to have security. So they're going to be there to say hi to all the kids and take pictures, and I'm just so much looking forward to this. And if you would have told me 9 years ago that I would still be doing this was going to be a one-time thing with, 30 guys drinking beer in the back of a solitaire restaurant in Lackawanna. It was a little back room event. And now it's turned out to be standing room only with live music. And it's just a real feel-good event. And
Sounds good.
If you do one thing a year, this is unique because when you're there to buy those tickets for the Chinese auction, you're seeing firsthand in that room the people that you're helping. The following year, I have these kids come back to help present the awards of courage to the next children or families that we're helping.
That's awesome.
So if you spend $20, you're seeing where it's going. The next year, you see these children that maybe didn't have hair, maybe were sickly looking. Now they look like kids again. So you saw where that money went. This is a 100% payout. We get the hall, graciously
where
donated.
Where is this taking place?
This is going to be taking place at the Thomas Tian American Legion Post. It's on Electric Avenue in Blaisdell, just in from Lake. It's right on the Lackawanna-Blaisdell border.
Okay.
For many years, we had it at Post 63 on Kirby, but we ran out of room. This is growing so much that we didn't have enough parking. We didn't have enough things. So this is going to be a new location this year.
Busted the seams.
Oh, big time. And, I shouldn't be complaining about it because, that's what it's all about.
That's a wonderful thing.
So that's going to be at the Thomas Tian American Legion Post. That's at 2076 Electric Avenue in Blaisdell, New York. And for those of you that have Facebook, we do have a public event page, and that is listed under the 9th Annual Western New York International Rabbit Derby. And rabbits are good luck.
That's right.
Right? Right? They're good luck.
Wait a minute. Only their foot is good luck.
Isn't it like the left foot or something?
I think I think it is the left foot. Legend has it. But, either or. And they're cute. A lot of people like rabbits. So this is, like I said, it's just turned into this big, huge event. This year for the one of the raffles that we have that I have to mention, we have a handmade quilt from Georgianne Mazguy from Blaisdell Nursery. She made a queen-size quilt that would make Amish people cry. That's how beautiful it is. So we're going to be giving that away that night, and 100% of those proceeds are going to go to the Western New York Homeless Veteran Women's House.
Wow.
So we've helped so many little things, and there's so many spin-offs, such as we've helped the Boy Scouts get brand new uniforms in the city of Lackawanna. We've helped the DARE program, the Canine Dogs, so many different families and organizations. And each year the list kind of grows of what I can help, but each year what I like to do is change it up. So it's not just, here's another benefit for ABC.
Yeah,
it's not
right,
that.
yeah.
I mean, and the weird thing about it is when you start looking for a family to help, whether it's a sick child or people down on their luck, the sad part is there's so many, and you have to kind of decide. That's part of it that I don't like.
Yeah.
But if we can help 5 families a year, 1 family a year, I mean, it's an awesome thing to do. And like I tell everybody, I don't go into this with really big expectations. If we pay the bills and we make $50 to give to somebody, that's $50 more than they had.
Right.
But the big thing is when you have, hundreds of people come, sometimes just the thoughts and prayers that they keep for that person, that in itself, just having that new support group of people giving you a pat on the back saying you can do this, you can beat this, you can win, tomorrow's going to be a better day, that's like a huge thing.
It is.
I'm becoming the Father Baker of rabbit derbies. Really, I am.
Wow, that's really impressive. You got some heavy hitters here with some of your sponsors.
And each year, I mean, and this is something that I started out doing on my own. And the bigger it gets, the more people just call me and they want to volunteer. And now this has turned into an army of people. I have a kitchen crew. I have a ticket crew. I have a promotion crew. I have a dessert crew. And these people, it's just, I just can't believe how much time that they give. I couldn't have enough time. I would be here till 4:30 this afternoon if I went to individual names and what they contribute and give. But they're my friends, they're my family, they're my army of do-gooders. And, this year, especially with the weather, keep your fingers crossed. I know you like the snow over there in the room. But I like green grass. Green grass makes people travel, and nobody complains about ice and snow.
Right.
So, hopefully Mother Nature is going to plan to help us out. And the cool thing is we have people that come from Ohio, Michigan, Canada, Poughkeepsie, New York. Who comes from Poughkeepsie, New York? I mean, you drive through Poughkeepsie. I don't even know how to spell Poughkeepsie. I don't know how to spell it.
It's
but
like it's spelled like Poughkeepsie.
there's like a Q
There's a
in
GH
there.
in there.
Yeah, once you put a weird letter in there, it's like a Polish last name. I don't know how to spell it anymore. So we have people that travel year in, and this has become such a family event for them. And we stay and we dance and we sing and we just have such a good time.
Wonderful. And I'm going to be there.
You're gonna be there.
I'm
You
going
don't
to be
have a
set up
choice.
with my Love Shouldn't Hurt table,
Yeah.
and I'm going to talk a little bit about domestic violence.
But I'm going to give you such a big hug that it's going to hurt a little bit. So we might have
Well,
to
it
change
shouldn't
the
hurt,
name.
though.
Yeah. It's going to be squeezable good.
How ironic.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now the event is taking place on Saturday, January 30th. Doors at 4.
Yes. The doors will open about 4 o'clock. Normally about 5:30 we start serving the dinners. The baskets will be available till about 7 o'clock. Then we get into our awards presentation. I'm hoping, and the guys from Half a Herd, I'm hoping that they're flexible, but we'd like to get them going by 8:30. So that means by 8 o'clock, 8:15, the basket raffle's over. We're running. I got a bunch of kids this year. They're going to run the gifts right to your table. You don't even have to get up.
Nice.
More importantly, I want to turn this event, now that we have a bigger venue, I want to turn this event into almost like, you go to a meat raffle and they have the cheese. Everybody brings their cheese and pepperoni and snackies. I want people to come this year, make your table your own. Of course, you can't bring your own beverages, but,
Yeah.
As far as snacks on the table, bring them. I mean, make this a family event. Bring the kids. We encourage them. We always have something good going on for them. And the baskets, I just can't believe like the stuff that we get. We have everything under the sun, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's a bunch of rabbit guys from Lackawanna, so they're going to give away government cheese. But no, there's like really, really good
That
stuff.
government cheese
Yeah,
is good.
my
grandma used to get it. It was good.
Last year, South Park Yard Equipment, they donated like a big chainsaw and a weed whacker.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
goodness.
and we have
Wow.
garden supplies and we have household supplies and the wall of gift certificates, pretty much every restaurant around. Speaking of which, if anybody's out there and they want to donate to this, you can get a hold of me either through Facebook, or I can give you my information on the air, as long as there's no stalkers out there.
It's up to you.
My phone number.
Probably won't know yet.
Yeah, I know. You never know. My phone number is area code 716, of course, 602-5017. If anybody needs any information or would like to help in any way, even the day of, I get people to come in and go outside and help park cars and carry baskets and help people carry their winnings out. As well as just be a part of this great thing. It is the most unique event you'll ever go to.
Is there a cover charge?
Everything is free, and this is.
Did you hear that? It's
this is-
free.
Well, really, nothing is free, but we don't charge you to come
you
in.
just said.
Yeah, well, it's kind of free. What I mean by that is it's free admission. You don't have to eat dinner. If you want to eat dinner, it's $8. You buy the tickets that you want. You spend as much as you want, as little as you want. You drink what you want. So the cool thing is there is no such thing as not enough. If you go in there and you spent $5 on tickets, that's $5 towards the goal.
Right.
So
okay, but there's no. I show up. I can walk right in, and I don't have to.
well,
pay
if
a
you show
ticket.
up, I'm charging you
Okay.
$20
Hey!
as soon as you come in.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, just you.
I'm
No,
donating
so-
my time
So
here.
only Sue gets to
I
pay.
brought you
to
on
come
my
in.
show.
I know.
I'm going to
that's
charge
awesome.
you now.
That's
I'm going to
okay.
charge to
Can't
be
be more
on
than
my
$20. We'll just even it out.
We'll see
But
about
yeah,
that. Time
this
is valuable.
This
you
is
know.
a free thing, and nowadays when you go to these places, a lot of basket raffles, you have to pay $20 at the door, and you get so many tickets, or you get this. This here, if you got $50, you can dictate how you're going to spend it.
Mm-hmm.
But the coolest thing is, you can see where it's going to. And I got to tell you a little story about last year's, 2 years ago's event. We were doing the benefit for Michael Strands, the young boy from Orchard Park, and I'd like to say he's in remission now from leukemia. He's doing great. Yeah, Mike's doing great. But there was a guy from the neighborhood that came, and on the poor side, just wanted to come show some support, and he bought some tickets. Maybe a sheet of 25 chances.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I can't stay. He says, but I'd like to give these tickets to the boy that's, has the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, there he is over there. Come on, I'll introduce you to him and we'll see if he wants them. Well, of course he said, yeah. He's a 12-year-old kid. He won like 20 baskets.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Aw.
all these little good things, these little good luck things, and that's why, having it called and continuing to call it the Rabbit Derby, and rabbits are good luck. Like you said, left foot, right foot. But good things happen, and I always say it's Derby magic. There's people that met at this, and now they're getting married. Now they're dating.
Goodness.
Oh, there's all kinds of derby magic. So any of you single people out there, there's a lot of single guys from 18 to 80, a lot of single women. Never know what happens, right?
I qualify.
Yeah. Come on down, find a little love, win a basket, have something to eat, forget about it.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, so to recap, that's Saturday, January 30th. Doors open at 4, and that's at the
Thomas Tian.
Thomas E. Tian, American Legion Post 1449. Too much saliva in the mouth there. 2076 Electric Avenue in Blaisdell. And you can find it online on Facebook. There's an event page on Facebook. And then you could reach out to Rick directly if you would like to offer your services or to donate an item. That would be wonderful. Cash, gift certificates or an item.
Yeah.
Or your
And
time.
when I tell everybody we can have $1 million worth of prizes, they're donated. They're given. Where we make our funds to help these great causes and these families out are from the people that come to buy the tickets. So if the only thing you could do is come stop by that day, buy $20 worth of tickets and have a good time.
You've done your good deed.
You've done your good deed. You're that much closer to heaven. That's awesome.
All righty. Wonderful.
And also, one thing I got to add, this is the weekend before Super Bowl. I have this every year, and it's the weekend before the Super Bowl because there's no football, so there's no excuses.
Aha!
Get out. Come to the Derby.
And I'll be there, too. Okay. Then that wraps up this portion. And thank you again for Rick for joining me in the studio and sharing this amazing, incredible event. We're going to go and take a picture, and I'm going to be back with either Richie or Twin Lions. I forget who's next, but you'll find out in 2 minutes. This is Suzapalooza Spotlight for January 2016. Happy New Year!
Hey, this is Tyson. This is Chris. We're in a band called the All-American Rejects, and you're listening to 91.3 FM. Funky music.
Good afternoon. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
We are 91.3 FM WBNY. We mind our own business.
I could help you cross the street.
No.
I could help you cross your yard.
No.
We just play great music. We never come to your place and bug you.
Ah!
Please let me in.
No.
I am a mother.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a singer.
I am an artist.
I'm a journalist.
A businesswoman.
An educator.
A sister.
A grandmother.
An advocate.
A leader.
I am a friend.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am one of more than 1 million people living with HIV in the U.S.
We are not alone. Let's stop HIV together.
Get the facts. Get tested. Get involved. Go to www.actagainstaids.org for more information.
Well, Cats Like Us is the place to go. Cats Like Us for retro clothes. Cats Like Us is the place to be. Downtown to Wanda, Main Street. Come to Cats Like Us for all your rockabilly and retro clothes. Visit us at 67 Main Street, Tonawanda, New York, or catslikeus.com.
Attention Buffalo businesses! Did you know that underwriting could get you noticed and recognized from people all throughout the local region? For only a fraction of the cost of what you would pay for commercial radio airtime, 91.3 FM WBNY has been an integral part of the Buffalo community since 1982. But did you know that we are a non-for-profit student-ran organization? And for us to maintain our daily operations, WBNY counts on the student activity fee here at Buffalo State, as well as the contributions from you, the local businesses. For more information, contact the WBNY underwriter at 716-878-3080 or by email at wbnyuwd@gmail.com. And thanks as always for listening to Buffalo's original alternative, 91.3 FM WBNY.
Little ham and eggs coming at you. Hold on, people. Hope you got your griddles.
91.3 FM WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative. Brought to you by the Student Activity Fee here at Buffalo State College.
Making music. That's what that is.
This is All Talk Monday, WBNY's public affairs programming that airs Monday mornings till midnight. The views expressed in all the various All Talk Monday shows are not necessarily those of WBNY, the United Students Government at Buffalo State, or Buffalo State itself. Due to the opinionated nature of these programs, listener discretion is highly advised. If you have any questions or comments about All Talk Monday, you can direct them to WBNY's All Talk Monday, 1300 Elmwood Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14222. For more information, check out our website at wbny.buffalostate.edu. Or you may give us a call at the station at 716-878-5104.
Hey, Aqualung!
And take part in all the various All Talk Monday shows.
All right, and we're back. It's good to be back. We made it. I'm glad that you're here today. This is the January Happy New Year edition of Suzapalooza Spotlight. And before we get to our next guest, which is Twin Lions, because I told you I couldn't remember. So we have our musical guest in studio now. However, after the day of Rick's event, the one that we just got done talking about, that night there is another amazing event that I'm going to be emceeing. So it's going to be a really busy day for me. I'm going to be at Rick's event, go home, put on my different kind of clothing, and then head out to Nietzsche's for Suzapalooza. And Sherry Kay puts this on, and I know you're listening. Hey, Sherry. And, oh, hey, Vicky. This is for suicide prevention and awareness. And it's featuring 90s music. They are still recruiting for one or two more bands. So if you have a band and you're interested, and I'm looking at the guys here, the bands that are signed up so far are COTC, Floozle, 9 Layers Deep, Unleash the Lion, Tony DeRosa, and Floyd the Barber, who I strongly recommend. And it is Saturday, January 30th, starting at 8 p.m., and it's only a $5 admission. 18 years old with ID. And I guess that's it. There's no repeat songs, so it's going to be a great time. I emceed an event that Sherry put on there last year. It was like a tribute to Sabbath. Oh my God, it was awesome! Oh, it was fantastic. So Sherry does a fantastic job putting these events together. They're a lot of work, always for a great cause. So I'd love to see you at either or both of these events. So Rick's event is Saturday down in Blaisdell on Electric Avenue. And then this one is Nietzsche's in downtown Buffalo. So I hope to see you there. All right, let's get to the next talent here. We have two of Twin Lions in studio with me, and you are?
I'm Paul, lead vocals.
And you are?
And I'm John, I play drums.
All right, wonderful. So, let's see. You guys are a relatively new band, yes?
Yes and no. We've been around for about 2 years now. We formed in December of 2013. We're really starting to really break out in the Buffalo market lately, though. So I guess you could say we're still pretty new kids on the block.
Ew, no.
Well, no. I know. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
Sorry.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So I saw you guys at Chuggers, or no, it's not called Chuggers anymore.
At the
Mike's
Rockin'
place.
Buffalo.
Rockin' Buffalo.
Buffalo Saloon, right?
When we opened for our friends Do Driver.
That's right.
Yes.
That was a great night.
That was a very, very good night.
Yeah, and you guys were impressive. I saw because I'm friends with Becky, your bassist's mom, right?
Earl's mom.
Yeah. And I had seen her, of course, boasting and bragging about Twin Lions. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's a bunch of kids. I'm not going to, just because that's what automatically comes to mind, because I'm a parent too. And, it's just how we are. But to get the opportunity, I was definitely going to see Do Driver because you don't see him out very much. So I jumped on that. And then that was like a double opportunity there to see you guys as well. So yeah, great performance, great show.
Thank you very much.
Set was nice, good delivery, and no, they're not a bunch of kids who don't know what they're doing. I promise you that.
We're not the new kids on the block.
Oh, absolutely not. So are you guys all original?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, we'll throw a cover in here and there, if we're doing, maybe longer than an hour.
For the longer sets, yeah.
Yeah. But for the most part, we are an original band.
Wonderful. Oh, excuse me. I got a venue correction. I'm sorry, Sherry. It's not Nietzsche's, it's at the Mohawk Place. So Suzapalooza, the one that I just told you about, the 90s music, it is at Mohawk Place, not Nietzsche's. I'm sorry. And
you were about to go to the wrong place.
Yeah. And I would have, too. All right, so Suzapalooza is at Mohawk Place. Sorry. Okay. So mostly original bands, which I really, really love. And yeah, you do need to, I understand. You got to throw a cover in now and then to help pull the people out and, get the flavor juices flowing, right?
For sure.
Okay, so who does the penmanship? Who writes the...
Who
writes the songs?
As it comes to lyrics, I write a good bit. I'd say I write about probably 65%. Joe, our guitarist, who is the main songwriter, would probably write the remaining portion of the lyrics. We all, I would say, play a very important part in the songwriting process. Earl, writing the bass lines, John doing the drum arrangements. It's all, I wouldn't say that there's one member that's any more important than the other.
Yeah, that's nice because you got to have that. You got to be able to work off of and with.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Chemistry is a big part of the whole thing,
Yeah.
So a lot of times songs come together in a different way. They may start with a guitar part or a bass part or some lyrics maybe that Paul has. But usually, for the most part, 90% I think of our songs come together from the music being written and then Paul going to work after that and putting his spin on things.
Oh, so the music and then you lay the lyrics
usually come
on
on top,
of the music.
Yeah. Unless it's something where Joe has come up with something to put on top of that.
Yeah, neat. It's neat to hear, how things work because everyone does it just a little bit differently.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of which, actually, Suze, you may not know this, but actually the reason that John...
I am sitting here right now.
That John is sitting in this studio right now is because of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You may
what
not
did I
know
do?
This.
Yes. Well, our original drummer in the summer of 2014 decided to leave the group.
Mm-hmm.
And around that time, you were throwing the Love Shouldn't Hurt concert.
Oh,
at the Exposure
yeah.
concert
2014.
in 2014 at the Cove.
Yes.
So Earl decided to go to that, and he was telling Joe and I.
Well, he was actually working as, I think he was working as the event staff.
Okay.
Of some sort with his mother, Becky.
One way or the other.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
One way or the other, he was going to be there. And he told Joe and I, he's like, I'm going and I'm finding us a new drummer.
Yeah, he had a mission. All right. Steal a drummer.
So Joe and I kind of rolled our eyes and we were just like, okay, Earl, go find us a new drummer. Not expecting anything. Lo and behold, later that night, he sends us a video of this guy. And we're like, this guy's awesome. Oh, my gosh, he actually found us a drummer. So, John, why don't you take it from there and tell the rest of the story?
I was scheduled to play there with a band I was in at the time. And while we were playing our set, I noticed this guy at the front of the stage, and he was taping with his phone. But he was only taping me. And I'm like...
Were you feeling kind of creeped out?
Yeah, I was a little creeped out. I was like, what's going on here? Okay, obviously I may know this guy from somewhere. And but I don't recognize him.
Uh-huh.
So we finish our set, and I'm loading my gear up in my car, and he comes up to me, and he's like, listen, would you be interested in maybe filling out for some gigs we have? My band's looking for a drummer at the time, and if you can at least play some live shows with us, it would really keep us on the right track and keep the consistency going.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was already in 2 bands.
Oh gosh.
So I was like, my hands are kind of tied. I don't know what kind of time I'll have to really give you, but let's see what happens. So he had sent me some music files through an email, and I listened to them, and I was hooked right away. I mean, as soon as I heard the music these guys had created, I'm like, this is definitely something I'd like to be a part of. This is just what I'm looking for.
Wow.
So yeah, everything worked
Oh,
out.
what a great story!
Yeah. So thank you, Suze. That you're the reason for all of this.
Thank you.
Yay me! All right, what was the band that you were in then?
It was 240 North.
Oh yeah. I like them guys. Good. That is awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
What a wonder! I wonder, are you guys gonna play an Exposure? This is gonna be the 7th year.
Yeah, well, I don't think we'd.
We'd love
to be a part of something like that.
It's the second last weekend of June because the final weekend is the 4th of July weekend.
As of right now, the calendar's clear. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. Well, I'd sure love to have you. So why don't you guys, talk it over a beer or whatever it is, and let me know.
Yeah, we always love to be a part of anything that's positive for the community. So.
I will be recruiting for that soon.
All right.
Let's see. When is the Exposure concert? It's June 20. April, May, June. It's going to be June 24th through the 26th. Because if I didn't do it then, it would have had to be July 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't want to do that. Yeah. Oh, I have a lot of work ahead of me.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's what I love to do. Wonderful. Great. So why don't you tell us about a song we're going to hear?
Okay. The first one, we'll play track 4 on the CD. That's the Ballad of Donnie Moore. It's kind of a sad story for those of you who don't know who Donnie Moore was. Donnie Moore was a Major League Baseball player who was one out away from getting the California Angels to the World Series in 1986. Unfortunately, he gave up a home run and couldn't get that out. And then within 2.5 years, he unfortunately killed himself.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. But this song was my attempt as like a redemption for his soul.
Wow, very nice.
It's kind of deep and heavy for a Monday afternoon, but it's a good song.
It's an interesting song, and it's a tragedy, but positivity came from us anyway. It's a great song.
All right, let's hear it. Twin Lions.
Don't you know my blood is on your hands? Don't you know my blood is on your hands? My blood is on your hands.
I dug it.
Thank you very much.
2 thumbs up. Sherry K likes it. The person who's putting that event on. And Mohawk plays.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you might want to consider if you want to play that event January 30th at Mohawk Place.
We'll have to check the schedule for sure.
Check the calendar. All righty. Post that pic. Okay, good. Anybody you want to say a shout out to?
I want to shout out to my wife because that's probably a good thing
idea.
as a good husband. Hi, Molly.
I'll shout out to my girlfriend Hannes, my son Christopher, and my other son Christian, and also to my fellow brothers Earl and Joe, wherever you may be at this moment.
Hopefully listening.
I think they're both working.
Yeah, right.
Poor jerks.
Aw. Well, it should be like a brotherhood.
Oh, it is definitely a brotherhood.
Yeah, that's why it's okay to call each other jerks.
Exactly.
Very good. Do you have any shows coming up?
Yes, actually, we are playing Mohawk Place February 13th.
Look how it all comes together.
Yeah. Right. We're going to be playing with Lost Elysium.
They're good.
Yeah, I believe they'll be filming a live DVD that night. And also on the bill will be our friends Do Driver.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
Wait, what night is this?
February 13th. It's the night before Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. You know what else is February 13th? Fair Trade, and I've missed them for a couple years now. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to split in two that night.
Your hands are tied, right?
Susie, have you brought Do Driver in on the show before?
Not yet. I talked to Scotty used to play with Do Driver.
Oh, okay. I'm
He used
like,
to be
why
the
have I
bassist.
heard of them?
Yes. Oh, and I sang their song at my show. We played one of their songs on Suzapalooza Spotlight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great
so you've
bunch of
heard their
guys.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
love those guys.
they're working on new music, so I'm
I know,
so
right?
excited. I talked to Jody and invited him to come on in. So, yeah, we'll do that when they get some new stuff ready. Great. All right. So, February 13th at Mohawk.
That's correct.
Anything after that?
Nothing on the calendar right now. We're actually in the process of writing and recording new material.
New music is always so exciting.
Yes, it really is.
So, how long have you had this particular lineup? Since a year? Or?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Since the summer of 2014.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think I played my first show with them in June of 2014.
Yeah.
Let me think.
He did.
The end of June, that's when exposure is.
Yeah.
It's a very important weekend for me. Last year, oh my gosh, it was torrential downpours. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh, it was bad. But now the Cove has their porch thing, the patio. A new cover has been built, and you can even go on top of it. So it's even really cooler.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I had to rent a tent, and then he didn't like where the tent was, so I had to pay to move it to the behind the venue, and it hurt. Yeah, on to bigger and better things. So yeah, this is going to be the 7th year for the Exposure concert at the end of June.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting. All right, so what else do we have going on here? We have about 7 minutes left. Do you want to play another song?
Sure, why don't we do
Let's
that?
do it.
All right, what are we going to hear?
We're going to play track 6, A Blatant Forgery. This one was inspired by another band that we thought was, let's just say we thought that they were more sizzle than steak.
Yeah, for sure. That's a nice way of putting it.
I won't kiss and tell and say which band. I believe they're no longer together, but they inspired this track.
All right, here we are. It's Twin Lions on Suzapalooza Spotlight.
Play with the notion of being oh so appealing.
I dug it. Nice job. We have Twin Lions in studio with us on the Happy New Year edition of Suzapalooza Spotlight, and I am she. All right, very nice. So, listeners are hooked. They like it. They dig it. Where can they get it?
They can go to both our Facebook page. We have a band page set up on the Facebook page. That would be www.facebook.com/TwinLionsMusic. Also for mobile users, because the band page app doesn't work for the mobile devices just yet. You can go to soundcloud.com/TwinLions.
Very good. And just so you know, it's lions like roar, like the animal. It's not, I don't know why I was thinking it was L-Y. It's Lions, Twin Lions.
That's correct.
Wonderful.
And that music, by the way, is available for free download.
Ooh,
Yes,
even
it's
better.
All free.
How many people have I heard say free is for me, right? Awesome. So you don't even have to pay for it. But you have to pay to put it together and produce it. I mean, that's awful nice of you guys.
Yeah.
We
we're a
love
bunch of
giving.
nice guys. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. I hope to see you at the Exposure concert this year.
Yeah, we'd love to do it for sure.
For
Great.
sure.
Yeah, so discuss that and get back to me. And so what else do we have to say here? Contact information, we already said it. You're working on new material.
That's correct.
Yes,
And so what we heard today, people can get for free on a free download?
That's correct.
Do you have a CD available for sale?
No. Actually, we're giving
Wow.
away everything for free.
If you come to our live shows, we do have EPs available, like physical discs.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
But we'll just hand you one. You won't have to pay for it there either.
And speaking of free, we also give away free stickers at our shows.
I like
So-
stickers.
We will be ordering new T-shirts soon, so if you come out to a show, we will actually charge you for those. Those aren't free, unfortunately. I mean,
Good. You got to
Not
draw the
everything
line
is free.
somewhere.
we're crazy. We're not stupid.
There is a difference. All right, very good. So is Richie here, do you know?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Then I am going to escort Twin Lions out and snag Richie, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And thank you for listening. I'm so happy you're here, and Happy New Year.
Twin Lions is leaving the building.
Thanks, Buffalo.
WBNY, how can I help you?
I don't know who you are.
We're 91.3 FM, WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State Student Activity Fee. We bring a unique blend of all types of music, including local music that is not available anywhere else. We offer a wide variety of talk shows and most Buffalo State sports, including football, basketball, and hockey.
I don't know what you want.
We just want you, the listeners, to follow us every day. Now broadcasting at 1,000 watts, you can listen to us from just about anywhere in Western New York.
I will look for you.
You can listen to us on your radio or online at WBNY.org.
I will find you,
That's great.
and I will kill you.
Okay, thanks for calling. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Tracy from the Primitives, and you're listening to WBNY 91.3 FM, Buffalo's original alternative.
The target area is only 2 meters wide. A precise hit will start a chain reaction which should destroy the station.
That's impossible, even for a computer.
It's not impossible. I used to bullseye womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
This is Buffalo's original alternative, WBNY.
Then man your ships, and may the force be with you.
Well, cats like us is the place to go. Cats like us for retro clothes. Cats like us, it's the place to be. Downtown to Wandahar Main Street. Come to Cats Like Us for all your rockabilly and retro clothes. Visit us at 67 Main Street, Tonawanda, New York, or catslikeus.com.
91.3 FM WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative. Brought to you by the Student Activity Fee here at Buffalo State College. This is All Talk Monday, WBNY's public affairs programming that airs Monday mornings till midnight. The views expressed in all the various All Talk Monday shows are not necessarily those of WBNY, the United Students Government at Buffalo State, or Buffalo State itself. Due to the opinionated nature of these programs, listener discretion is highly advised. If you have any questions or comments about All Talk Monday, you can direct them to WBNY's All Talk Monday, 1300 Elmwood Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14222. For more information, check out our website at wbny.buffalostate.edu. Or you may give us a call at the station at 716-878-5104 and take part in all the various All Talk Monday shows.
WBNY could play the hits.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. There's another driving you behind the steering wheel. Steering wheel, steering wheel. Ah, touching you. Ah, touching me. Ah, touching you. Touching you. I believe that they call love. Just in my heart. There's a chance you can make it now. When the sun goes down, I believe in WBNY. WBNY 91.3 FM. WBNY for all the best music in the world. Yeah.
But instead, you'll hear this.
All right, thank God.
What was
you
that?
didn't-
Was that like your theme song?
WBNY, yeah!
What is that?
It was so not me.
Okay.
It didn't hurt.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess we're here now, everybody. Wow,
We are
that was
here.
quite the
We're-
intro.
Oh, goodness gracious. So we are back. I have Richie Durwald in studio with me.
Hello, hello, hello.
How wonderful. He's even, he's disrobed and everything. He said.
Well, it's like 10 degrees out there or something. It's like really
Oh,
freezing
goodness,
out
yeah,
there.
it's frigid
And
out there.
this like Buff State is like a labyrinth or something. I mean, I couldn't find this place. I was going to be here like a half hour earlier. I was going to go over my script and things like that, but I just made it. So
Yeah,
we
that's
are
why
here
I gave
now.
you directions.
Well, I didn't bring them. No, I actually, I've never been here before. This is my first time, but it's pretty cool. Everybody here is really nice, and they gave me directions, and here I am in your
Yay.
studio for the first time on your radio show.
Yeah.
Oh, no, please don't stand up. Don't stand up. That's okay, ladies and gentlemen. So what's going on?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy.
It's been so long.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been, about a year and a half, maybe?
It's been a bit.
I mean, since we've seen each other in person, that was that time with me, you, and Flatline at your house.
That was
a long,
before
long
that.
time ago. That was about a few years ago.
Yeah.
But we've, talked on the phone over the summertime. I know that.
And then there was an event in the Wimbledon Plaza. That I think with Kelly was there. That was the last time I saw him.
Oh, Kelly Zarcone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. It was probably that K movie or something like that. It was probably like a movie premiere or something.
I don't know.
Well,
That was food.
I did lose a lot of brain cells in the 80s, so my memory's not the greatest. That's my excuse anyways. But I see that you're doing a whole lot of stuff right now, and I'm telling people that you are the queen of positive. So, it's like you're motivating people all over the place.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
it's
sorry,
fun.
I'm interviewing you. It's just a force of habit. I haven't seen you for a while, so it's just kind of habit, because I know that you're the kind of people that I love because you're always out there trying to spread your joy to everybody out there, and you're trying to get people who are in horrible situations out of those situations.
Exactly.
So we do have that in common, but I'm more kind of trying to help people who suffer from depression and addictions kind of things, because those are two things that I totally understand.
Yeah. And both of those are very prevalent, way more than a layman would want to believe.
Well, yeah, and then my biggest thing too is like recently, unfortunately, when you're trying to get out of a depression or things, you kind of reach for things that aren't always the most healthy.
Yep.
And unfortunately, over the last few months, especially over Christmas time, I've reached for food. So I'm about 30 pounds heavier since the last time you've seen me, or in technical terms, I'm a fatty boombaladdy. So that's kind of happened to me, and one of my projects that I don't think you've heard anything about yet, called Click Health Now. It's actually I'm working with two people that you've probably seen on AM Buffalo, Robbie Raw and Dr. Shatkin, and they're both helping me as well as my dad, Mr. Fitness, and they're having a show called Click Health Now where you can actually ask questions, and you can be on any kind of social media, and that's coming up soon. We actually have a Facebook page. If you go under Click Health Now, you can actually see what we're starting to actually do there. And Susan's on her computer already looking on Facebook for Click Health Now. Robbie Raw is a very cool person. I'm sure that you've heard of her.
I met her.
Did you?
Filming with you. When we were filming with you.
She was in the rock opera piece.
Yes.
But and that's because she has great abs.
Oh, yeah. She does.
I know I have abs. They're like under here somewhere.
I lost mine.
I've never seen them. I think I like pizza way too much. But Robbie actually has her own show, WDCX at 11 o'clock every Saturday. But she's also on AM Buffalo like every Friday. And the thing I like about Robbie is she's not just a great personality on the airwaves, but behind the scenes, she's a wonderful person, and she really wants to help people. And that's kind of why I'm involved with her.
So you're collaborating to bring Click Health Now?
Well, actually, the three personalities, which you can see right up there on the Facebook page, Robbie Raw, Dr. Sam Shatkin, and my dad, Mr. Fitness, they're like the health experts, and we're allowing people to ask questions, and they're going to answer them at a click. You know, you can click it and hear the answer, and that should be coming up. I'd say we should have that up by February. You know, that like there's a few videos now, but I guess I have been nominated to be the poster child of Click Health Now, and I'm going to go on a diet that Robbie puts me on, and I'm going to be.
We've actually had Robbie on the show before.
Oh, really? Isn't she cool?
She really is.
I mean, like Offset too,
yeah,
right?
She really is.
And
she's got amazing hair.
And she's got, and she practices what she preaches too. She's and she works over
does
at
that Pilates stuff too.
She does tons of stuff. She does yoga. She does body. She has all these different videos out. She has a book out, The Raw Truth Recharge. She's full of information, but she's. I guess what I'm trying to say is she's the real deal. She really wants to help people. And it's like preventative medicine, too. It's not like, oh, I'm sick, I got to go to the doctor, right? It's before you have that, you're going to prevent that by listening to what Robbie tells you. And that's kind of what the whole show is all about.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm working with these people. I originally was just going to be a producer, but as you know, I love people, and I did a lot of talking behind the scenes, and it just so happens on the airwaves, Dr. Shatkin asked me to, be the poster child, which means I have to go on a diet.
Oh.
And do you know what the first thing that I heard that I had to do is cleanse myself. Yeah, no.
Yes.
No off-color jokes, Suzanne, okay? Because I still know who's going to be listening here. But
I did a cleanse. I went on a program in June.
Yeah.
And I went on that cleanse. It makes you poop a lot.
Oh, good. Because I'm like Captain Constipation over here, and poop sounds wonderful. No, it really does. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing all these Christmas shows. I've been doing so many shows. Oh my goodness.
I saw some of those on Facebook.
Oh my gosh. I think in December I've done over 30 shows because I didn't do any on Christmas or Christmas Eve or that kind of stuff. But on some days I was doing 2 to 3 shows a day. And it's been exhausting.
How do you do that with your vocals?
I actually, thank God, I took opera when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I used my diaphragm. Like, I actually got a head cold. And when you can't use your head voice, you can't use your chest voice. So I have to, like, sing like Mighty Mouse all the time. And it's... I think that there is something to be said about training, because if I wasn't trained, then I don't think I would have survived December, especially New Year's Eve, where I actually played over at the Salamanca Casino, and it was for all different families, and all the kids wanted, there was a whole bunch of kids there dancing, they all wanted rock and roll all night long. So I was just like screaming at the top of my lungs.
Oh my goodness.
And if I didn't have that training, I don't think I would have made it.
Wow.
And then I had a show New Year's Day at in the morning. Say no more. I think we all know where that's going. So, there is something to be said. But, folks, you can't just take opera training. You have to sleep. Sleep and water are your best friends. All the sprays, all that kind of stuff doesn't really help your voice. It's just a temporary thing that's like, oh, I don't feel sore anymore. And then, here it comes again. So, but it's really sleep, training, and water that help you.
Got to take care of the bod.
You do, and I haven't. I'm like I said, technically I'm a fatty boombaladdy, and I've just gained so much weight. I think I've gained about 30 pounds.
Wow.
Over the last maybe year. You know what I mean? It just didn't happen all over December.
Right. Yeah.
I'd like to blame it on the cookies, but it's not all the. But, honestly, when you're at these shows, at these gigs, and you don't have an incredible income and you see free food, what do you do?
I've been there, yeah.
You eat the free food.
Yes, yeah.
And a lot of the free food is junk food.
Right,
So I've got to retrain myself. And I think, honestly, is that I have had absolutely no self-control over myself at all.
Mm-hmm.
I see a yummy stuff, and I'm there just chowing it down.
It's a tough position to be in. It's a constant tug of war. I've been there with booze. I've been there with food. It's tough.
I've been there too with booze. In fact, I've been there with booze in the past, and I think that's true. We're telling the truth here. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All right. So, and it's like, I've been there too. And I'm actually working with people. That actually brings me into something else. That I play Dr. Quack.
Yeah.
It's on every Saturday on TCT, super simple science stuff. And
asphalt. I don't make you
that's
say
right.
asphalt. I was there.
That was a commercial.
Yeah.
Don't make Suzanne say asphalt or we'll never get a take.
I couldn't stop laughing.
No, I don't think we ever got the take, did we? Did that ever air?
Somebody else had to do it.
Yeah, it's like, no, Suzanne can't say asphalt, but she can sing C is for cookie, like the Cookie Monster. But she can't say the word asphalt because it's just too challenging for Suzanne.
I was supposed to say, kids, write nice, good things on your asphalt driveway.
It was an anti-bully campaign. It's like, take a piece of chalk. Hey, chalk it up. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, but you couldn't say asphalt. You go asphalt. So other than that, well,
Dr. Quack was fun. I was there for a couple episodes.
It's still on, and what had happened is. Through Kingdom Bound, which is this big Christian event at Darien Lake, I was speaking up there, and it's like, oh, Dr. Quack, and I was talking to people, and I realized that a lot of people that watch the show are not children. They're actually adults. And
wow.
I DVR the show and I watch it at like
oh my goodness
2 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, oh yes, stoners are watching my show, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm thinking, you know what I should do? Because as you know, it always has a good moral meaning on the show. Is take that concept and make my own show specifically for people who suffer from addictions, specifically for people who are going through a depression, because I want to bring out that good message. So we are actually starting a show called Uncle Richie's No Budget Funhouse.
Fun!
And that's actually up on Facebook too, Uncle Richie's No Budget Funhouse. And there's Suzanne going in, she's typing in Uncle Richie's No Budget Funhouse. And you're going to see clips of scenes that we've started. And basically what's happening here with the Funhouse is we are asking people to help. There is no budget. As you can see right on the top page there's Sherry Lynn Litz. You probably know her from various horror and adventure films in the area. But Sherry has a success story. She has, I'll let her be the one to tell everybody, but she has been totally clean for a year now.
Wow.
And she has done incredible things in her career because she's thinking right and she's taking control over her life. And it's people like her that are a good example for people like me and a lot of our other cast members of the No Budget Funhouse, because I don't care where you're from, what your past is, or what you're involved in doing right now. Uncle Richie's No Budget Funhouse is about art therapy. If you're an actor, if you enjoy behind the scenes, if you're a video, if you're animation, I don't care what you're doing. But if you want to be involved in a fun show.
I want to play.
you're in. See, that's how, because there's only one qualification. Actually, there's two for the Funhouse is you have to have a good heart. That means you have to care about other people. But you also have to strive for imperfection.
Yeah.
Because all of us are perfectionists, and that's a problem. Because when you have to be perfect all the time, you're asking for anxiety, you're asking for depression, you're asking to let yourself down, because let's face it, nobody is perfect.
That's right.
Nobody is perfect. So the concept behind the No Budget of Funhouse is, as you know, I'm a producer. If there's like, Richie, there's a little lighting in the glasses, I'm like, leave it in. There's a continuity problem. Make it worse, is pretty much our whole idea behind the No Budget of Funhouse. They'll say, well, what is it like? It's kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse with no budget. It's a kid show for adults, but like the first moral or a thing that we're trying to teach, the first episode is called You're Beautiful Just the Way You Are.
Love it.
Too many times people are out there and there's like having to compare themselves to other people. Well, I'm not this. I could say, well, other singers, right? I'm not thin. I'm not attractive. I'm not this. I'm not that. No. What am I?
You're wonderful.
I feel that I have a lot of work, but I care about other people, and that's kind of my superpower, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I play a superhero on the show called Captain Happy Pants.
Oh,
and
I love it. It's right up my alley. I love it.
Captain Happy Pants, and he, in the episode, actually gets put down by other people.
Uh-huh.
And he meets Queen Marcia, who explains to him that his superpower is that he brings joy and happiness to other people because that's what his heart wants.
Yeah.
And that's a superpower. And you have that superpower. And I'm assuming that you try to surround yourself with other people who have that superpower.
Yes, by all means.
And now your show now does this show, because I haven't heard this show yet.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a theme? Like, do you try to stay on a
What's
theme?
What's good in the below? So it's
What's good in the below?
Buffalo, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's like a cool way of saying Buffalo. Hey, what's down on the below?
Well, I didn't want to say blow.
No, we don't want to say that. I'll have like all my TCT people. It's like, wait a minute, you're on a radio show, they're talking about blow?
So my show, it used to be exclusively bands. So I would only interview bands, but that's not really 100% of me. I care about people who are doing good things, making a positive difference, who care. Here you are. And so this is the flavor that I've kind of moved to, so it's more reflective of the things that really get me off, is good people, good music, growth, progress, and
that's a healthy thing to be addicted to.
Yeah.
Because I'm addicted to everything that gives me pleasure. I think I don't think anyone would dispute that if they've known me longer than 10 minutes. And but when you're addicted to trying to help other people, and I grew up in a family, we're kind of like a vaudeville show family, or some might call us the Addams family, but we let everybody through our front door. Mm-hmm. And because we're like a vaudeville type of family, we used to let in ventriloquists and impersonators and singers and, people from all different walks of life. And the one thing I learned from my parents, I always say I learned Christian values from my parents by accident, because they're not really Christian. But, well, I don't know. I hate to say that, but I learned it by accident because my family is just so open-minded, and they care about people and love people. And what I've learned is I think that prejudice, like when people are prejudiced against certain groups, is because they're not exposed. You know what I mean?
Uneducated?
They're uneducated but unexposed. Like when you hang out with people for a time period, you understand them. You understand what makes them tick. Mm-hmm. And we all have different cultures and different personalities and things like that. And when you understand what makes other people tick, they're not so different anymore.
Gotcha.
But when you're not exposed to people, some people put a wall up in front of them. Well, that's another thing that the Funhouse is trying to do, is to break down the walls. Mm-hmm. And I've actually had complaints from people, I can't believe that you let that person on the show. Do you know what they did? or do you know what they're involved in? I'm like, yeah, that's why I was interested in talking to him in the first place.
Awesome.
It's like because again, everyone that you'll see on the show has a good heart and cares about other people, and that's their qualification. That, and of course, strive for imperfection, because if there's an artist or somebody on the show, I don't want them to make this a job or a chore. I want this to be a therapeutic, a fun thing. Enter Funhouse. You know, so the other project that I'm involved with, believe it or not, it's called Table for Truth. And Table for Truth is another web show where I have a priest and a born-again Christian who have totally opposite views. I might get a rabbi and some other people on too, but me personally, and I'm just exposing this, and I hope this doesn't get me into trouble with certain channels, but I've had a little dip in my faith, and I think that's just because of life circumstances and things like that. But on my web series, I'm actually trying to become a better me in 2016. You've heard the saying, "New year, new you."
Yes.
This year, I actually want to do something about it. You know, so I'm forcing myself to be involved with 3 projects.
Oh boy.
One is a fun house for therapy reasons and helping other people. Click Health Now is me more, I'd say more of a physical, and Table for Truth is more faith. So these are the 3 things that I'm involved in now. But of course, I'm still involved with music. And superstarslive.com.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That's where I'm doing all my shows. I'm actually working for a know-how tour company, and we've been doing big shows. We've been doing them over at Salvatore's Ballroom.
Ooh.
And we've sold out twice. And now we're doing our next 2 are for St. Patrick's Day. It's pretty much if there's a holiday, there's a show.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a great thing too. And I've gotten to work. Do you remember Van Taylor?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I love Van.
Well, guess what he's doing? I'm involved with Van Taylor, and I call it my tailor-made show band, because I'm involved with Van Taylor people, and he knows everybody and their pet mouse.
Yeah.
And he's bringing them around, and he's just got talent all around him. And as far as
he once brought me a pie that he made himself.
Van does things for everybody.
Beautiful man.
He honestly, I can say I don't think I've ever met anybody like Van Taylor. He's probably one of the most giving, sharing, honest people that I know. And I'm so happy to be involved with them. And I will be getting more involved with music now that I'm involved with Van Taylor, because it turns me on to be around a major talent. And Van's just got talent flying off the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And speaking of talent, too, I can't even tell you how much talent we have on the Funhouse. If you have a chance, scroll down after. You don't have to do it now. We have a show. But see some of the clips and see some of the talent that we have on that show. It's just amazing that people are actually interested in coming to this teeny-weeny little room. Again, no budget. And being a part of this show for scripts that I usually write the night before the show. And we just improv and have a fun with it. It's a very loose show.
Wow. Wow.
So,
wow.
Well, so that's a mouthful. Thank you and good night.
Holy cow. A little bit busy, I'd say.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to keep myself busy because, you know, I suffer from depression, and the worst thing that you can do is do nothing.
Right.
Because when you're stuck in your house, and people who suffer from depression are going to know what I'm talking about. It's like you fall into this pit, and your house almost becomes like a jail cell.
Yeah.
Where you don't want to go out, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to talk to anybody, and you're very introspective, and it's just like you know, if you want to catch up on Netflix for Breaking Bad or something, that's a great thing to do when you're depressed. Just like catch up on tons and tons of television shows, but really your brain just becomes mush.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's what happens. But by keeping super ultra busy, that's impossible. You know, like
I can
your
relate.
radio show.
Yeah. And when I first got out of my violent marriage, that's exactly what I did. I jumped right into Love Shouldn't Hurt, and it was Opie Music House at the time, and just doing all kinds of shows and keeping busy and getting into radio. And I had 4 radio shows at the same time. And
wow.
But I love it, and I love everything I do, and I love who I am. I love where I'm going. You know, I'm not I'm not ashamed of my past, because if it weren't for my past, I wouldn't be the awesome person I am today.
And plus, there's people out there who are going through that right now, right?
Yeah, that need to hear the message.
And they need to hear it from somebody who actually experienced it. You know, it's not like they're going to listen to anybody who's reading it out of a textbook.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
They're going to want to hear it from people who actually went through it themselves. And then on the other, you know, I don't want to get into specifics, but for a few years, I was involved with what I would call an abusive relationship, and that person was screaming at me all the time and things like that. And I just took it, you know?
Yeah.
And there's people who right now, folks, the bottom line is like, if I were Dr. Phil, I'd say you're not a victim, you're a volunteer. You know, because you're volunteering to stay in an abusive relationship where you can leave.
Right.
You don't have to stay there.
What you allow is what will continue.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you're, I don't care even if it's your job, right? You know, there's so many people that I hear it's their boss and they're abusing them and they're degrading them and saying things that lower their self-esteem.
Yep.
Do you have to live like that? Are there other jobs out there? Is every boss the same? No, they're not, because people are people. And if you get somebody that's abusing you, it's their addiction. They're addicted to it. And chances are it's really not going to stop or drastically change. And as you know, an abuser is going to give you that little sweetness too.
Right.
You know,
right.
Give you that pat on the back that nobody else gives you. But that abuser knows just what you want to hear, and they're going to say those words to keep you in that relationship. But as you know, that's a lie.
Right, absolutely. Well, we are just about out of time, down to the minute.
Wow, man.
Perfectly
that was an hour?
fit.
All right.
You had a half an hour.
That was, I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah. So, in closing, I'd like to remind you the 30th, you want to check out Rick's event in Lackawanna, Blaisdell on Electric Avenue, and then Sherry's event at the Mohawk Place. And they're still looking for bands, so it's called Suzapalooza. And that's for suicide prevention for vets.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just to make sure that that's clear. And thank you for joining me. We'll be back in February. We're going to have Lenny Ravel back in the
he's
the
awesome.
studio.
I love Lenny.
And Jimmy Munt will be our musical guest. So thanks again, and I'll see you next month. Be kind to each other and know that you are awesome as you are. See ya.
Final reminder that the show switches to 1 to 2:30.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, that was easy.
Woo!
Hey, this is Peaches, and you're listening to WBNY Buffalo, where you get none of the hits all of the time. I think that's pretty good. Buffalo's original alternative, fighting to control the minds of suburban youth.
This is 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Listen online at WBNY.org.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
We are Buffalo's original alternative, WBNY.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick. I'm not a Krusty Krab.
Patrick, that's the name of the restaurant.
Huh?